Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to my channel MBBS and BDS lectures. Today our topic is related to general surgery hypokalemia. Before going to explanation, if you want to watch the same lecture in Urdu Hindi, I already upload the same lecture in Urdu Hindi on my YouTube channel. Go and watch that video. But if you want to watch in English language, then this video is for you. Now today our topic is related to general surgery hypokalemia. Today topic outline include definition, causes, pathophysiology, clinical features, investigation, management. First we start from definition of hypokalemia. How we define hypokalemia? A serum potassium concentration less than 3.5 milliequivalent per liter is called hypokalemia. The normal range of potassium in our serum is from 3.5 to 5 milliequivalent per liter. If potassium concentration in serum less than 3.5, it will be called hypokalemia. But if potassium concentration is greater than 5 milliequivalent per liter, it will be called hyperkalemia. This is the definition and normal range of hypokalemia. Now come to the causes. There are two causes of hypokalemia. First cause is decrease intake. If we decrease the intake of potassium, in the result there will be hypokalemia. Like for example, lack of oral intake. If we lack of oral intake of potassium, like potassium is present in mainly in banana. If we decrease intake of banana orally, in the result there will be hypokalemia. Second is malnutrition. In malnutrition also there will be decrease intake of potassium. In the result there will be hypokalemia. Second cause is increase output. If from our body the potassium concentration excretion is more, mean increase output of potassium from our body, mean increase loss of potassium from our body, increase excretion of potassium from our body. For example, in renal losses, if from kidney there is more loss of potassium, in the result there will be hypokalemia. Second is diuretics, especially loop diuretics. They increase the loss of potassium from our body. And the third is GI losses, from gastrointestinal tract losses of potassium. For example, vomiting, diarrhea. In vomiting, diarrhea, there will be increased loss of potassium from our body. Now in increased output, the first example is renal losses, second is diuretics, especially loop diuretics, and the third is GI losses, for example vomiting, diarrhea. These are the two causes: decrease intake, increase output. Now come to pathophysiology. In pathophysiology, the effect of hypokalemia mainly on three types of cell in our body. Number one, muscle cell. Number two, neuron cell. Number three, cardiac muscle cell. How they affect this cell? Mainly inside of muscle cell, neuron, cardiac muscle, there is more negative ion, and outside the cell there is more positive ion. Mean positive ion, sodium ion, and inside the more negative ion. And also there is potassium ion, which is positive ion, but due to other substance inside the cell there is more negativity. But when potassium is present, it decreases the inside more negativity, mean decrease the negative resting membrane potential. But in hypokalemia, inside of this cell, muscle cell, neuron cell, cardiac cell, due to hypokalemia, due to potassium deficiency, the inside potassium ion is decreased, which is positive ion. Due to this decrease inside potassium ion, the negativity become more inside these three types of cell, then there will be more negative ions. There will be more negativity due to absence of positive potassium ion, and the resting membrane potential of muscle cell, neuron cell, and cardiac muscle cell will be more negative. In the result, if the resting membrane potential become more negative, then there will be less chances of stimulation of this cell. There will be less chances of depolarization of this cell. Mean the depolarization of muscle cell, neuron, and cardiac muscle cell become decrease, and also when depolarization decrease, repolarization also decrease. In the result, there will be in muscle cell there will be muscle weakness, and neuron the stimuli, the action potential become decrease. There will be neurological symptoms, and in cardiac muscle cell, when action potential become decrease, when depolarization become decrease, in the result there will be ECG changes. And the fourth is metabolic alkalosis. The fourth is metabolic alkalosis. How metabolic alkalosis develop in hypokalemia? When potassium ion loss from our body in renal losses due to diuretics, due to vomiting, due to diarrhea, with potassium ion always hydrogen ion also loss. Potassium ion will never lose alone. It also lost his friend potassium ion. When potassium ion, hydrogen ion, when with potassium ion, hydrogen ion also become lost. In the result, the blood pH become more basic, because due to hydrogen ion loss, the acidity of blood pH loss, and the pH will be more toward basic. In the result, there will be alkalosis of blood. This is a simple pathophysiology. Now, we remember pathophysiology by this simple mechanism. The effect of hypokalemia on three types of muscle cell, three types of cell. Number one, muscle cell. Number two, neuron. Number three, cardiac cell. When effect occur on muscle cell, in the result there will be muscle weakness. When effect occur on neuron, there will be neurological symptoms. When effect occur on cardiac muscle cell, in the result there will be ECG changes. And the fourth is metabolic alkalosis. And the mechanism of metabolic alkalosis is that when potassium ion loss, with potassium ion always hydrogen ion loss. When hydrogen ion loss, the acidity of the blood pH become decrease, and the pH of blood move toward basic, and in the result there will be alkalosis of blood. This is the pathophysiology of hypokalemia. Now come to the clinical features. There are 8 clinical features of hypokalemia. Number one, skeletal muscle weakness. Why? Due to muscle weakness, due to effect on muscle cell. The first clinical feature is skeletal muscle weakness. Second is muscle cramp, also due to effect on muscle cell. The third is nausea. Fourth is vomiting. The fifth is confusion. Now, confusion is related to neurological symptoms like confusion, hallucination, depression, psychosis. Why? Because the depolarization capacity of neuron become less due to more negativity inside, and there will be no action potential, and there will be no stimuli. There will be no stimuli. There will be no action potential. In the result, the message convey ability of the neuron become less. In the result, there will be neurological symptoms, which is confusion, hallucination, depression, psychosis. This is the clinical feature. Now come to the investigation. We do basically 3 types of investigation per hypokalemia. Number one, urea and electrolyte. When we do urea and electrolyte of patient, the potassium concentration of patient serum level will be low, from 3.5 milli equivalent per liter. Second investigation is ABG, arterial blood gas, which show alkalosis. Why? Because due to loss of potassium, hydrogen ion with potassium ion. The third investigation is ECG. ECG show abnormalities. These are the three investigation. Number one, urea and electrolyte. Second is arterial blood gas. The third is ECG. Now come to the management. The management of hypokalemia is very simple. We give IV potassium supplement, mean we give intravenous potassium supplement to patient. Now today our topic hypokalemia, we studied definition of hypokalemia, causes, pathophysiology, clinical feature, investigation, management. Now today our topic is complete. If you like my video, press the like button and share this video with your friends. If you are new to my channel, subscribe my channel by pressing the red subscribe button and also press the bell icon to open the all notification for receiving my each new video notification. For watching my videos, I am very thankful to you. Thank you very much.